Welcome back, everybody, to a new video. This is not one we want to be doing, but as always, we said we're going to cover every single game this season. Match reaction: Leeds 3, Chelsea 1. Unbelievable. After the week we had, drawing against Arsenal with 10 men, beating Barcelona, Chelsea do a Chelsea really over the last few years, and Charity FC, all of this type of thing, and we lose away at Elland Road to not 19th place now, but they were 19th place. Leeds United, a terrible, terrible performance, mistakes, loads of rotation, which was expected. But again, we see our weaknesses with that. And really, we're just here to rant our feelings, get our feelings out, get everything off our chest as we will. So, yeah, if you guys, I don't think anyone will enjoy this video, but if you get to the end or just haven't subscribed yet, finding us through the algorithm, really appreciate us subscribing to the channel. I think we're one of the only Chelsea duo channels out here right now. So, obviously, got Con with me. Con, a terrible performance. Where do we really start? I mean, obviously, the lineup came out. We had players rested. Caicedo obviously got red card. He's suspended, so he couldn't play. Santos comes in. Gittins, Esteval didn't look on it today. Delap, João Pedro. Where do you really want to start with that performance? Because for me, it kind of exposed our recruitment strategy. It exposed how our depth is not good enough to challenge for the title. And I hate agreeing with people like Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher. I can't stand these guys, but they're right because they're saying the same things as we're all thinking. And it's true in the sense of, we're probably good enough to get top four. We've shown with this squad, we can get top four. We've added a few additions, more young players. We can get top four. We can finish fourth, fifth or whatever, maybe sneak third if others are really inconsistent like City and Liverpool. But for challenging the title, the squad is not good enough, is it? I mean, it just showed again tonight, the inconsistencies.
Well, bro, a logical Chelsea fan would tell you we're nowhere near challenging for the title. We're not. Because let's be honest, bro. When we had Burnley, Barcelona, Arsenal, and today, what games scare you the most?
Yeah, Burnley and today. And that's why Burnley was a great win. But inconsistencies, even with that, we might pick up a few wins where we're like, okay, we didn't expect to win that because, of course, you expect Chelsea to beat Burnley, but you're like, okay, that's a good win. It's a tough away game. But to consistently challenge for the title, if this squad is good enough, you tick games off like today and you tick them off time and time again. You don't lose games like this or even draw games like this.
No, you don't. And you look at Arsenal tonight, right? And quite a lot of their players who played against us played today. They get the result against Brentford, no problem. But when it comes to us playing these fucking back fives, bro, we're cooked. We can't do anything against it, bro. The blueprint's out there to beat us or to get a draw, to nick a result. Back five, low block, we're cooked. And even when they was pressing us at times, bro, like the last goal, Tosin, what is he doing, by the way? What is he doing, bro? Even that last goal, yeah, cooked. Absolutely cooked, bro. Fucking same shit. December, bro, for Chelsea is the worst month of the fucking year. It's horrible to be a Chelsea fan during this month, man. It really is.
Yeah. So I just want to look through here. Obviously, we've got a tweet here. I can't put my face cam's actually covering it up. But Dimitri says the green line are the games in which Tosin did not start. So 1 goal conceded in 5 games. Red line are games in which Tosin started. 8 goals conceded in 3 games. I don't know, man. Seems pretty obvious. Like you definitely can blame Maresca for some things. Like obviously we're not great against the the settled back five, especially when they compact the middle. I felt like today's game was very similar to the Palace at home game at the start of the season when they just compact the middle. We can't play through the lines. It's constantly wide. Then we're being doubled up on. But then again, some of our players like João Pedro today, really, really concerned with his performances lately. He's supposed to be a technical player. He's supposed to pick the ball up between the lines as a 10, link up with players, doing none of that. He played like he had Timberland boots on. I'm sorry, but heavy touches, clumsy. Oh, it's just poor, isn't it? It's really, really poor. You have someone like Delap up front who's supposed to be a box threat. And then sometimes, okay, our crosses don't go near him, but Delap's not really doing, enough to get in the game. His shots are wild, he's looking out of his depth at the moment. For me, looking out of his depth. And then our wingers, when we play against these back fives, would they get doubled up on? And it's too much, backwards, sidewards, not enough invention. People say like Garnacho came on today. Garnacho is always good off the bench. If you ask any Manchester United fan, he's good super sub, really good super sub. But again, is he the level as a starter to consistently perform and be that, be one of those players that can help us towards a title? Because I tweeted out, I think personally, Maybe there's some players on borderline. Maybe you even throw Enzo Fernandez in here. But I said for me, James, Caicedo, Cucurella and Palmer, the only 4 players where I think 99.9% of games, like I'd hang my hat on them to be in a title winning side, to be consistently performing. Yeah. Those 4 players, how can that be possible when you have when you've bought, okay, how many players this ownership took over, but right now we have a squad of like 20 plus. How can that be possible? And yeah, I want to bring this up. Yesterday we had a briefing come out and they were talking about the January window in the summer. And stuff like this comes out where the Athletic, from a club insider, Simon Johnson, he's saying that, for example, Chelsea have had a long-standing interest in Mourinho, but he's considered at the starter level, so he's not on Chelsea's radar. The focus is on more succession planning and players for the future. Now, for me, like, I don't understand, and again, I think this is what I had a problem with when we won the Club World Cup. It seems like Chelsea directors' ownership get carried away. Sometimes when we're doing well, it's like everything's going so perfect. The model is working to a 10th degree. You know, it's like we don't need, like, our squad's almost like complete. That's kind of the vibes that these guys give off, you know, and it's like you see players like tonight, players they've bought, João Pedro, Gittins, Garnacho, Delat, that's 200 million plus pounds of players, it just in attack focusing on, that you think that money could have been spent so much better, you know, and defense is all over the place. Tosin was a free transfer and they build that as like, oh, look at this leadership coming in, you know, he played at Fulham. He played at fucking Fulham. Like it's this is not Chelsea standard. This guy has been all over the place for ages now. And they're going to hang their hat on saying, well, look, we signed an older player, you know, and he's, you know, he didn't perform. Like, well, you bought him from Fulham. Like, it's not exactly top level older player, is it? So even when they do that and they go out the model a little bit, it's frustrating for me. But yeah, tonight, I mean, I think the worrying thing, I don't know about you, but I said this on our playback stream. I was like, I don't actually know if tonight is like, oh, well, we didn't expect this challenge, we didn't expect this fight or whatever. I think they expected it. I just couldn't think they could handle it and couldn't handle the occasion. That's the worrying thing.
Be honest, bro, they was just too physical for us tonight. They bullied us.
And why is that the case? We can bully Arsenal. You know what I mean? I know we got a red card, but we were all over them physically. We stopped them playing. You know, we've done this to big teams. Why can't we do it against the smaller teams? Why are they up for it more than us? Or if we're up for it the same, why can't we match their level?
It's because they play back fives, bro. Like I said at the beginning, it's like you played that way against us as a result, isn't it?
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I am worried about this Christmas period. And I think when you look at the table right now, we are 4th. Aston Villa, by the way, have won 4 games in their last 5. They were 2-0 down against Brighton. And I think they won 4-2. So they came back from behind at home, something that we couldn't do. But yeah, I mean, when you look at this table, it's very interesting, isn't it? Because everyone talks about title charge. But if you just look at, say, for example, let's go for 10th, Everton on 21 points. Chelsea are only on 24. It's 3 points between 4th and 10th. We need to be very, very careful here. Very, very careful that we don't slip away. And I just don't know if these players are up for it consistently to get results during this Christmas period, because it happened last season as well with a similar group of players, you know, similar makeup of squad. We started really well. And then when did we fall off? During that December period. We won, what? Was it 2 in 8 games or something? I think it started with Everton and then it collapsed.
Look at the games we had as well, bro. They weren't exactly hard.
No, they weren't exactly hard. They were games that you thought at the time, yeah, we can really try and push for a title. You know, that's what some fans thought, because remember, Maresca got asked by the journalists, should we be able to push for a title? When, you know what I mean? And it's like, no, because fortunately, when push comes to shove and you have to play every 3 days and you have to rotate, the squad is not good enough to title challenge. It is not. And for Chelsea to come out and brief stuff like, oh, you know, we're not looking at starter level players. We've dropped interest in Morgan Rogers. Forget the names. I'm just talking about the level of players. We're not even interested in those level of players. We're interested in players to come in and supplement what we've already got. We tried that last summer and it's not working out. You know, like, I don't know. For me, we need much more quality. We need much more quality. The attack's really concerning me. I mean, our striker situation is concerning. We're bringing in someone like Omega, who, again, for me, next summer, if he comes in and he's with Delat, João Pedro, it's going to say the same problems. He's young, he's raw. You know what I mean? He's going to be good some games. He's going to miss chances, others. Like, we need more proven commodities in this team to supplement the young players. It's so frustrating because I think Once we have that, we'll then start getting more consistent results. You won't see shit like tonight. But we all know this is the model. And yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say. Any more specific thoughts on tonight, Con? I mean, any players that stood out that you were just like, fucking hell, like really, really poor?
I think I said it at halftime in the playback, bro. Shao, Pedro, and Delap. Obviously, Tosin. I don't need to go into that. I think everyone knows that. But Shao Pedro, where'd you play him? It's not 9. It's not a 10. It's like a Shao Felix and Kunku situation, bro.
Yeah.
And Delap is not at the level. I said it in the summer. He's not at the level, bro. Nothing sticks to him. Doesn't really crush the box too hard. Like, what does he do? People say he's got good ball striking. Can we see it? Because every time he gets through a goal, bro, just smashes it into the fucking side netting. He's done it like 5 times.
That one he had where he put it towards the near post rather than across. When I was watching that, I was playing it through in my head. I was like, straight across, you know, and Gary Neville said the same thing. Just head down, hit it. I don't know, man. Yeah, a lot of indeficiencies in our players. But this is to be expected. Like, this is to be expected. This is what the directors sign, unfortunately. This is it. So, yeah, we will be inconsistent.
Hand on your heart, bro. Can you say that Delap is better than Nicholas Jackson?
No, definitely not as a footballer. And I mean, if you go by goal scoring record, when you look deeper into Jackson's time here, not fucking bad at all, to be honest. 14 goals in the first season. Don't know what he got in the second season, but yeah, it fell off at the end. But Jackson, much better footballer, much more suited to Maresca's system. And, you know, he did chip in with goals. Delap, I know he's had injuries, maybe been a bit harsh on him. Maybe he will come into things. But at the moment, he's not looking at the level at all. And João Pedro's fell off massively. I agree. I mean, I said it, but
bro. Club World Cup, we got catfish, bro. That's not.
He's so clumsy. He's so clumsy on the. I don't understand it. Like, there's a player in there. I know he's technical. I know he can roll defenders. I've seen him do stuff where I'm like, whoa, you know, like Esteval. Whoa, that's that Brazilian flair. That's that skill. Look at that IQ. Look at that awareness. Now it's just beaten to every ball, lose touches, everything. Really, really poor. And again, I think our wingers, like, yeah, Neto, good for him to score tonight, but he himself, you know, is a problem sometimes because there's multiple games where we're like, right, Neto needs to come off. He's not doing anything. It's a low block. We need a younger winger on. We need a Gittins. We need a Garnacho. We need an Esteval, you know, to create something. But then when they start, it's like, well, we need more experience in Neto to come and drag us back into the game like he did today. For me, the squad is still all over the place. It's still all over the place. The imbalances are ridiculous. When you just think about it, as I said, maybe include Enzo Fernandez in this, 4 or 5 players right now are good enough consistently, week in, week out, to challenge for a title. That is it. You can't throw anyone else in there and say, well, he's good enough. Maybe Colwell, he's injured. I'm not counting him, right? How can that be the case with the amount we've spent and the amount of players in our squad right now? Like, it's just frustrating. But it's just frustrating. But interested to see. Just to wrap this video up, guys, talking about maybe the weekend, Bournemouth. That's going to be an interesting game. I'm weirdly, after this video ranting, I'm weirdly confident for some reason I'm going to go and turn this around now because I'm like, I just feel like the Bournemouth game will be like, fucking hell, that can't happen again tonight. You know, I hope that's what happens. That performance can't happen again where we go to an away ground, you know, and we don't expect it. You know, like we need to go in there, start fast. How slow was our passing tonight, by the way? You know, they won't make it easy for us. So I'm actually expecting us to come win. What do you think about Bournemouth coming up on the weekend?
With Chelsea, bro, I've just learned to take it game by game.
Yeah.
I don't get too ahead myself.
No expectations anymore because they just do it to you, don't they? It's like, I said this, you know, earlier. When are we going to take that like next step? It's almost like it hurts because I fucking love those Barcelona performances. I love the Arsenal performances. I love the Liverpools. Why are we so good in them games? Tactically, everything, players. And then in these games, it's like, it's almost like pointless celebrating the big games because you know what's around the corner. This shit is around the corner. Like it makes you go insane as a fan because you're like, when are we going to just, I don't know, say draw against an Arsenal, beat a Liverpool. And then we have games like this where we're like a Brentford or a Sunderland or, I don't know, a Fulham, whoever it may be. And then we just drop points. It's like, what's the point? That's how it makes you feel as a fan. It really does.
Because the way you got to look at it, bro, you're going to play worse teams than you are better throughout the season.
Yeah.
Especially in the Premier League, bro. To pick up the points, you're going to need to beat the teams you just mentioned. You don't play Arsenal every week, but you do play a Leeds, you do play a Brentford, you do play, so and so.
Yeah.
And we're just so inconsistent. It's a back five formula against us. The blueprint's out there. How many times have we seen teams play against us this season, bro? We can do nothing against it. Even when we brought on Cole, couldn't do fuck all, bro. And it's worrying. It's very, very worrying, especially with the strikers we got.
Yeah. So let us know down below, guys, in the comments what you think of this video. What you think of our opinions and thoughts on the squad of Maresca as well, playing against back fives. And yeah, just leave comments down below. We'll reply to all of them. Leave a like on the video. Really help us out, and subscribe as well, guys. We really appreciate it. Hopefully we'll be back in a couple of days with the Bournemouth game. Because that's the thing, it's literally every 3 days now. I think we play like 6 games in 18 days or something stupid. So these lot need to fix the fuck up and prove us wrong. There's nothing more as a fan. I want to be the proving myself wrong. You know what I mean? But until I can see these group of players are mature enough, are good enough to consistently beat these sides, I can't say that this is the correct model and we don't need proven players and all that. You know what I mean? I can't, because the facts are in front of you. The performance is in front of you. So, yeah, appreciate you guys watching this video. As I said, leave a like and subscribe. And, yeah, we'll be back soon. Up the Chelsea. And see you guys soon.